What is up, good folks? How's everybody doing? Well, I hope fine, because I'm doing great. Doing great. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to get out on the water, mainly because I've been busy, and today, because of this. It's raining pretty good, and it's expected to rain even harder or more frequent tomorrow. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to kind of do a short video just to let you guys know that I am still in it, still alive, and all is well with me. We'll make today kind of like a, y'all hear that? It's serious outside. But today, we're gonna make today like a show and tell kind of day. So I'm gonna show you all a fish, my first fish that I mounted because I was so proud of it. Now, to most of you, it may not be the biggest fish that you've ever caught. Actually, it's not. It's 6 pounds, 9 ounces. But to me, at the time when I caught it, it was pretty decent, and I was pretty proud, and I actually had it mounted. Now, I know as of late, or in the past couple of years, most folks, they'd rather you take measurements and then have a mount made based on the measurements that you provided. But with this being my first fish, and this was about 10 years ago, I just wasn't thinking along those lines. And I actually had the actual fish taken in to a friend of the family, Greg, who's a taxidermist, and he did a great job. So let me show you guys what it looks like, and pretty much what I want you all to do. If you have a mounted fish, doesn't matter what it is, bass, trout, pike, whatever it is, post a picture down below in the comment section. And if you got time, or if you want to, a little story behind it. Here's the show part of my first and only mounted bass, and I do believe that Greg did a great job. Largemouth, and I'll show you the back, which is not always the cleanest part, but again, overall, a great job. And this is the actual fish. This is not a mold. So that was the show part. Now here's the telling part. The pond that I caught this out of, as I mentioned before, I fished that to this day. As a matter of fact, there's a video I posted about 2 weeks ago, and I caught 2 decent fish out of there. But when I caught this one, this was back in 2010. This is about 2 months before I was supposed to take a job over in Saudi Arabia doing some contracting work. But I had already been fishing the pond for about 2 or 3 hours, and I was about ready to call it a day. And I had a rod that had a jig head, and I can't remember the weight, probably 1/8 ounce, somewhere around there. 1/8 ounce jig, and it had a 4-inch paddle tail purple grub that was on it. And I cast this thing out a couple of times, nothing. Cast it out again, and I did that whole thing about, all right, this is going to be the last cast before I actually take it in. So I cast it out, and as I'm reeling it in, I felt like I was hung up. So I was getting ready to kind of pop the line, the little trick that we do to try to get try to unsnag a lure. And I did that a couple of times, and it was nothing. And all of a sudden, I felt some resistance and a little head shake, and then I really knew that I had something on. So I set the hook, started reeling in, and again, the fight was on. Now again, 6 pounds, 9 ounces. At the time, it was a fight to me because I thought I was snagged, and all of a sudden I got some resistance. So it took about a minute to actually get this thing in the boat, and when I did, man, my heart was racing, it was pounding, and I knew that even though to some folks this is not a huge fish, but at the time 6 pounds, 9 ounces was huge to me, and I was like, I'm gonna mount this thing. Now, most family members, they wanted to eat it. They was like, oh man, you know how many fish fillets you can get out of this thing, or decent fillets you can get out of this? But I wanted to get it mounted, and we had a family friend that's good in it. I think it took about 3 months for him to get it back to me. But that's my show and tell mounted fish story. Now, if you have a mounted fish story that you want to share, you have a picture, drop the picture, a brief summary of what the catch was like in the comment section, so we can all have a good read, a good laugh, good information to pass along to other individuals. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be cool. New subscribers, old subscribers, I appreciate you all. As the saying goes, until next time, until next video, y'all be easy.